Hi, how are we doing today, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Joe.TCG, and today we on PTCG Live. You know the vibes. We're gonna be playing Rockets Persian with the haughty order. Reveal the top 10 cards of your deck. You may choose an attack from the Pokemon you find there. Use it as its attack. Shuffle. Then reveal the cards back into your opponent's deck. So you look at the top 10, see what's going on, take an attack, use it for yourself. So, deck primarily want to go first using the Hoothoot Fan Rotom Noctowl engine, you know, a 2-3-3 line for the Teal Mass Ogerpon, because that's our draw engine with 3 Rockets Energy and 7 Grass. We're not really utilizing any of the Rocket supporters here, we're just utilizing Judge to shuffle the hand back into the deck, and Iono. That's the only supporters we're running. The only form of Gust we have is Prime Catcher. Rocking 3 Energy Switch along with 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Nest Ball for optimal search, 1 area, 2 area 0 in case men want to run a Watchtower, and yeah, that's kind of like the standard 60. So yeah, let's get into it. Just like that's cool, you see there. I'm testing a bunch of different decks. Hey, I have a tournament Saturday. I said, you know what? I can't afford to play meta. I had to play something that's not meta. So I'm trying a bunch of random decks. And we win the coin toss going second. Well, picking Tails because Tails never fails. So we would then go into playing first, going first. We could just push the Meowth first, you know. We didn't really afraid anything in particular, you know. We had a Terra Pokemon in hand, so we could get Fan Rotom off the Nest Ball and then go from there, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna see what's going on with this man here now, right? Set and active. The upside. Ooh, this might be ooh, wait a minute. This might be Slowking, and Slowking plays Kyurem. We might get our hands on a little Kyurem action, eh? Wait a see. Grab one that wild boy in hand. Grab another one of those. Nice. I don't really think I would get knocked out on the first turn, on their first turn going second. So yeah, Young Goose. That's yeah, Slowking, and Slowking does use Kyurem. Yeah. Yes. Other than that, probably. Alright, so he retreats to go into Badu. I will then use Haughty Order and I will find Kyurem. And I will use Kyurem. The only downside is that I can't do another attack because I don't have another energy on board. Or I don't have another energy available to me. But it's alright. Okay, he didn't go for the Iono, he went for the research instead. Wanted to be a little more aggressive, get more resources in hand. Eating cake. Cupcake, I was eating cupcake. But yeah, so comes into the active, going to use his Itchy Pollen to item lock him. Little does he know, Itchy Pollen doesn't hurt me as much as he thinks. So from a 7 card hand, we could Iono and give them a whole 6 cards, but instead we'll use our Noctowl, right? Yeah, we use our Jewel Seeker, and then we'll get Judge. Now, in all honesty, I want to get Prime Catcher, but I can't use Prime Catcher, so I'll just get Area 0 to rest down. Then we hit him up with a Judge, so we can bring that 7 card hand down to a 4 card hand. Then we'll utilize, oh, nice man, we'll utilize our Teal Dance, Bow. Alright, and then a Meowth show, we could bench that, no problem. Then we utilize our Haughty Order. Haxorus, Slowking, damn, that's some boo-boo moves. Crosscut if your opponent is an evolution, 80 more. Discard the top card of your deck. I can just use him, I guess. I just use Super Psybolt because I can't chance that with my deck. So we'll just take the knockout. Unfortunate. I wanted to find Kyurem, but it's okay, Alright, another Judge. So next turn we'll be judging again. You'll have to take his time to find from those 4 cards and the top deck. He'll have to, you know, find some way to operate. Alright, sure. Evidence gather. Sure. So your last card in hand probably is a research. I don't know, boy. I feel like Judge had to be stronger. What kind of thing is this, boy? Judge ain't judging the way you should judge, you know what I'm saying? Evidence gathering. Oh. Okay. Then you pass because you know what on top. Okay, he concedes because he knows I will look into that deck and I will find the attacker to win the game. So alright, that's the first game right there. I mean, going quick and smooth. You know, the ideal format of the deck is basically just you go first and then you start to utilize your opponent's attacks as early as possible to ensure that you get maximum value, you know? So I see this man with Zorak sleeves. The issue is Zorak. If you get him, you can't really copy anything because you have no Ents Pokemon on your bench. So we go first again, making sure that all is well. Let's see how the first hand looking. Nice, man. We start in Fan Rotom off rip. That's pretty good. And we have a Hoothoot in hand, so we can fan call for another Hoot into 2 Meowths. No, I mean a Noctowl into 2 Meowths. Yeah. And then we could bench the Ogerpon. Yeah, boy, Zorak. Kind of a iffy matchup. You do that. We should grab. I mean, the likelihood of dying is low, so I'll just grab one. I feel like I want to have at least 2 on. Attach here. Then we end turn. So next thing we'll go get Nest Ball. We'll go get Nest Ball Ultra Ball. Then we would get Latias for the fruit treat. Then we'll get what's our next one? Ooh. Watchtower is unfortunate. You see, the thing is, Zorak don't have good moves to utilize, you know what I mean? It's just like what is it called, boy? Reshiram. And maybe this guy Darmanitan, but kind of mid overall. Unless see that Baneri on the bench. They might have well, they would obviously if they're playing, they would have this guy, this card. Yep. Top deck the area 0 Nest Ball. That's fine. We could use that. Grab ourselves Latias. Now it would not be advantageous for me to use Judge because I want to see more cards. But dude, for the memes, you know what I'm saying? You always do the right thing, you do the fun thing, and the fun thing led me to the fun thing led me to the wrong end goal. Okay, nice. We the pilfer. Oh, he's got a pocket. Hey, okay, that's a clever name. A pocket pilfer. There's a paw. Oh gosh, but yeah. So we pocket pilfer. In the event he does knock out, we could just pivot into using Teal Mass as our main attacker for the match, even though it would be nicer for us to use the Team Rocket's Meowth, you know, it'd be way cooler, way chiller. Oh, he just had lilies in hand. Pretty good, I guess. Such skill, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I am. But they seem like turning back and forth right through because the game and the monitor with the game monitor is like that way, and the recording monitor is like here, like this way. So you know, back and forth. So yeah, I want to make sure I keep the engagement. I want to make sure they seeing all they are planning to see all with my eyes here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Okay, he's going for TM Evo. Most likely he'll go for another Zorak into Lopunny. If he goes for the okay, he does go for the evolution, so he'll make sure to finish out the rest. You want to take out any attackers out of the deck, yeah, so he'll take out the Megalopony, and the Zorak. Now, the thing with the Megalopony, it hits me for perfect mats to kill, right? I haven't found any of my other stuffs, you know. Ooh, pretty good, top deck. Okay, so we'll have to Iono in this situation because we don't have access to anything right now. We need to draw Area 0 to give us access back to the board. Unfortunate, we don't have access to the board. Do we get another energy? We do not. Okay, this is kind of rough. And we got Fezandipiti. We'll use that cruel arrow to knock out the Baneri on the bench. What else can we do? Now, maybe I could have punched the Megalopony. Oh, okay, well, that would come pretty good. Yeah, maybe I should have punched the Megalopony, but giving me the energy is nice because I don't have any energy right now. Okay, trading away another Zorak. He has enough setup. Clearly looks that way. So yeah, Team Rocket's Watchtower is a very prominent card in the format right now due to the different decks that utilize it, like Charizard, well, Donzard, also the Alakazam, even though it's not really big, it still helped to turn off the engines. Also Terapagos. So basically, me utilizing this aspect of it, I mean, is the most convenient one because it works pretty seamless when it does work. But yeah, it isn't the best scenario or the best case. So like from this position, I want to say I know how victory could be attained, but I would be lying to you because I have no idea how it could be attained. The only thing I could possibly think about is you attach. Okay, you attach there. Sure. Okay, count catcher. Right. So that is unfortunate. Into the Iono. Damn, losing energy and Teal Mask. But we play 4, so we should draw back into another Teal Mask. Kinda did. The only downside is that because you see, Persian has a second attack called Cruel Slash, where it does 140. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Confusion is good, but pushing this, you would then just, you know, retreat into the Zorak and, you know, keep up the pressure, keep up whatever it is you're doing. The issue of me not finding a single Area 0, top deck Area 0. Damn it. Yeah, the issue of me not finding a single Area 0 is rough. We could do that and that, I guess. I don't know. Leave my options open for something else if need be. We'll grab the Teal Mask. Maybe should I keep the Energy Switch? Juice. Nest Ball. Nest Ball is not what I need right now. Okay, so the most I could do, I could Cruel Slash the thing, but I know you're just gonna retreat on the following turn. So we'll just do that and Haughty Order, finding us something to hit with. Fezandipiti again. Do we punch the active? He most likely will play Turu. Punch that guy. Maybe I should have punched the active to ensure that my Teal Mask could knock him out eventually. But from the position, I don't think that would have been possible. Like, cause most likely Zorak display Turu, and Turu is one of the stronger cards in the deck, being able to allow you to reset all damage or to remove up liability from board. And if I pile on any kind of damage on the Megalopony, the probability of it. Ooh, he brings it back. Yeah, the probability of him allowing the Megalopony to just live, to just chill, is not very high. I really depressed that this stadium going to stick whole game. And I mean, honestly, I played 2 stadiums, and I mean, sure, Judge was the player. I should have bought Iono. I probably meant to find what I needed, but Judge was the funnier thing to do, you know. it was funny, but it wasn't right. You understand what I'm saying? So not because it's always funny, that I mean it's good to do. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, the more you know. Now this is surprising because I wasn't expecting him to stick in the active and then use Spiky Hopper. If that was the situation, I would have just used Cruel Slash for the knockout. Finally. But then if I do that, I wouldn't be able to get Noctowl. $69.16, that's 32. I would not have moved from the bench to the active, so the attack wouldn't do the same amount of damage. So I feel I'll need to Cruel Slash. The upside is that in the event that we draw into either Judge or Iono, we could just bench it and move from there, you know, go from there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what it could possibly be digging for anymore. Like, they're just gonna retreat, then ends PP up, or just retreat, then get back the energy attach, swing for 17, knockout. That would obviously open them up for the knockout, but then I would just get knockout on the clapback with their Megalopony. So in that being the situation, it's all but GG's from this perspective. Yeah, see what I'm saying? They had Turo available to them so that they could just evolve and come back up. Yep. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. If I had 4 cards in hand, I would have put on the stadium and then get the Noctowls and go from there. But this is kind of rough. Rough indeed. But the probability of victory is 9-0, so I'm gonna just like save. Let's see what the top deck. If we top deck Iono, that would be sick. That's not Iono. So yeah, that right there is GG's. Unfortunate. Had some, shouldn't have done the funny in the beginning, but it's okay. It happens. Doing the fun thing sometimes don't always work out. Sometimes it had to be right thing. And the right thing in that situation was to, I don't know, to see 6 cards as opposed to judging, you know. But I digress. Going to one more game for the video, and then we would go from there, see what's up. I have a whole bunch of different decks that I tested and playing for for the tournament Saturday. Please go. One of them in these sleeves. You know, these sleeves nice. Probably sure got a little those up. Sleeves nice. Got a little flash of the Pokemon. Yeah. Cooking up a variety with a bunch of different decks, you know. Because I feel like playing meta is not the way. Obviously it's the way if you want to win, so don't listen to me and that. I just not play meta because I don't know. Meta seems too strong. I don't know how to do that. I was always like, okay, it have a clear line as to what is good to play and what would guarantee you better wins or would guarantee you better results. But instead of doing that, I'd always be like, nah, let me go against the grain, you know. Let me fight the power, as they just say, you know, fight the power. And then fighting the power does end up coming in like 25th place. That's be sad, like damn. But as I put myself in that position, you know what I'm saying? So we have a strong start this thing. Just had the energy and the bench, and we pass. Still having access to the first bench is always good. Like having one on board now is good because just have access to it on turn 2. Like, alright, time to hot order. Let's see what's going on. Alright, so we're playing against Charizard Duskull. Now, Charizard Duskull does play Fezandipiti, and at this juncture, Fezandipiti would be a very juicy morsel He does grab Iono though. Does he Iono? That is the question. He does Iono, giving me a fresh 6 cards because his hand was dead. Alright, Judge Nest Ball E-Switch Ultra Ball. 1,000 insane discards. See, you're researching hand or something? No, you have a next Iono already? That's wild. Alright, so what do we top deck? Ultra Ball. Okay, so we can Vessel or Ultra Ball, sure. Grab 2 energies. Then we would Teal Dance. What do we get? Another Judge. Teal Dance. A Rocket's Energy. Alright, so we could be a little daring, as they say. 1, 2, sure. And then we'll grab ourselves. Now we could set up another. Actually, we should. No, we'll just set up a Hoothoot. I think we could have set up another Meowth into Persian, but reason why, because this Charizard we're playing against, so the Teal mass would be more than sufficient enough. Just 3 energy attachments and they have victory by right there. So we then would Judge. Now I want to get them a fresh 4. So we just hold the order from there. I feel like Judge would have been good. What did we get? Absolute rubbish. Yeah, we should have judged. That is the dicier roll with the Haughty Order, Rockets Persian. I felt like Judge in that situation would have been the more optimal play, because most likely they're going to just Lily here. And the Judge might have been a bit more disruptive. Even though I was giving him an additional card, it would have been better to better my odds to find a much better attacker. Hopefully I was kind of looking for this card, Fez, to snipe the Charmander. So yeah, I should have judged. That was the correct play to do. That was correct. Hopefully he doesn't have Charizard and he evolves into Charmeleon. Is what you thought, because he has Candy Pidgeot, which equals Charizard. But Buddy-Buddy Poffin for one more Charmander. The upside is that unless he put out all the Charizards, I would be safe. I would always have a strong attacker in the late game now, you know, because it has to. You just had to bring back the Charizards in the late game after they get knocked out now, you know, and see that we have access to Teal Mass Ogerpon. It shouldn't be too bad for us to, you know, be able to knock out convincingly. So in this kind of situation, when you judge as the last action for your turn, you kind of telegraph and tell your opponent, hey, I have the perfect card in my hand right here. Oh yeah, okay. Probably he went for Tongue-Store, or maybe he went for another card, just plain Tongue-Store. You understand? Went for Evil, not bad. Alright. So yeah, but as per Judge, when you see this is the last action for your turn and you search a card, it's like, alright, so we know that is the perfect card for the following turn, what you need to do. So it's kind of incentivize your opponent. If possible, he would try his best to disrupt your hand, you know, in any way he could, just to like guarantee that, hey, okay, this play not going to happen on the following turn, you know. It would be a bit difficult for you to get there. But like I say, I would not be in this position if I judge my opponent. Ooh. Yeah, we'll choose Seeker for Prime Catcher because I'm greedy like that. Prime Catcher Vessel. Discard the E-Switch. Nah, discard the Energy. Because I am just that greedy. Grab 2 more energies. With Teal Dance. Nice Iono with Teal Dance. Nest Ball, we'll grab ourselves Latias. because we finna prime catcher this dude. Bow. And then we retreat back into him, hit him with the Judge at this point. And then bench that guy, we could push that out, and then we bench another. And then we use the Haughty Order. Fanging Charizard right here, bow. That's what I'm saying, Fanging Charizard. And then we hit him for a cool 180, knocking out. Forcing him to have Candy Ultra Ball or Candy Charizard in hand. Now we know Charizard usually plays 2 to 3, most times 2 Charizards in the deck per deck, per 60. So we know that one is in the deck. Now the probability that one is in the hand is also there, but one could also be prized. So if we could force the Pidgeot search for either Candy or Ultra Ball or just the straight Zard, like either one of the pieces now, you know, that would be ideal, provided that he don't have any pieces in his hand presently. It will force him like a turn back where he would then have to set up again, you know, like you want to evolve or go up a little bit more. So yeah, but let's see what his play might be. Now promoting Charmander is one way to say I have Charizard in hand. The other side is that this deck is limited when it comes to damage. You're kind of locked into 180 until your opponent take prices now, you know, because they don't have access to, you know, a bunch more damage. So that is when we have to go into the Teal Mass Ogerpons to keep knocking the Charizards back to back, turn after turn now, you know. And then we could utilize the Haughty Order Persian to, you know, kind of just bring it home afterwards. Alright, so you see, okay, he went to get back a Charmander and the Charmeleon. So that kind of saying, okay, I don't have Candizard, and a Pidgeot search would not help me get to Candizard, so I need a bit more time. So I might need to get back my Charmander on board, find a way to retreat the Charmander, and go from there. Sorry there. But yeah, so that is kind of like what his situation looking like. And usually you can see it by when you see players taking long to play, they're playing slow. Ignore everything I just said. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. But I mean, I guess off of the information that they provide anyway, you know, slow playing, they using Super Rod for like just 2 resources. Normally Zard does play 2 Super Rods, so, you know, not too bad. But in this position, like, why would you want to Super Rod just back that? If usually you play a 3-2 line of Charizard in your deck, so you just, you know, get another Charizard, get another Charmander, unless the other one prized. I don't know. It has plenty reading into you could do when it comes to these kind of things, like playing against somebody. They have a lot of cues they could make or things they could operate with or do that would make it like, oh, that doesn't seem right, that don't make sense, something wrong, something awry, you know. Or maybe he make a mistake, or probably it's like, oh, he forget this play, or this play wasn't possible to him. Okay, all right, so then I could, you know, it's kind of help you learn how to move differently pertaining to what is the matchup or what is you playing against, you know. I don't know, usually your opponent don't want to give away information, like crucial information, like what price and stuff like that. But sometimes with these searches and how they play, you can kind of like pull from how they operate and like, okay, so it's looking like they don't have this, they don't have that, they probably prize a core piece or something of that nature, you know. But I don't know, later down the road too, I want to like make a video on how to price check for like from what I learned as a newer player in DC. Yeah, I am a newer player in DC, so like from what I learned, to, you know, try and share it with the other new players that are coming up to probably better help you all understand what and how to go about price checking and probably just game state and stuff like that. I don't know, from my knowledge, I suppose. Okay, so that was a big nothing burger play. So I believe that he is AFK. So alright, and there you have it. Like the first game was more of a watch. The second game, like, you saw a little bit more of the deck, but not the best versions of the deck, you know. So yeah, but this video mad long already. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Right. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I mean, I'll put the deck list in the description so you guys can check it out. You know, see if you like it, how it feeling on all your chest, see if you like it, see if you don't like it. You know, just a bit of a fun deck to play. I was considering this deck for Saturday, please God, as well. You know, I don't know, just considering a bunch of different stuff. Or I might just get cold feet and, you know, play meta. But who knows? We'll wait and see. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And until next time, keep training, keep safe, and be good people. Bye-bye.
Chair.